And one other thing on the subject of pressure to abandon your friends, which it's never going to happen. Okay, just stop. Nobody should be leaning on me to abandon my friendship with Tucker, to not platform Tucker. And it's not just Tucker. I get this about Glenn Greenwald too. It's just stop. That's not ever going to happen. I don't believe their ideas are so vile that they cannot be platformed here. I'm interested in what they have to say. I may disagree with them. That's fine. They're my friends. I'm very interested in their opinions, and I always find them respectfully expressed. I mean, Glenn has a lot of really, ways into the Israel conflict that I don't get to hear that often, since I am such a supporter, and I would like to open my mind to what the side that's more critical of Israel is saying. And Tucker has a totally different, angle on the story, which I also find interesting. I may agree with it, I may not, but I don't get this, shut down your ears, do not listen, treat them like a pariah. That's crazy talk to me. And I happen to know that Charlie felt exactly the same. And the reason I happen to know it is because he said it on camera not long before he was killed at one of his events where he was asked about his dear friend Candace Owens.
How's your relationship with Candace Owens nowadays?
She's a great friend. Look, I don't agree with everything Candace says, but you know what I don't do? I don't stop being friends with people just because people morally blackmail me. I don't do that, and you shouldn't either. I have different views on things as Candace. I have different views on Israel than Candace. I have different views on a lot of geopolitics. But honestly, I traveled the country with Candace. I went to her wedding. I saw her meet her husband. I went to Israel with Candace, which is a fun story I'll tell you at some point. But what I don't like is when people demand, you must stop being friends with somebody. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a left-wing tactic. Don't do that. I'm not saying you do that, but other people do that. We should never resort to that. In fact, if you believe what I believe, shouldn't you want me to be friends with people that don't agree with us? Shouldn't you want me to also be a tool of influence? And so I think the world of Candace. She's a great mother. She certainly has very, very fun opinions at times. And she's a great talent. She says a lot of stuff that sometimes I don't agree with, but that's what makes our relationship and our friendship interesting. My advice to all of you, you might not like somebody, but never tell somebody like me to stop being friends with somebody on an interpersonal level just because of disagreement. It's bad. It's what the left does, and we should rise above it as conservatives. Thank you so much.